What's up, family and friends? We talked about something last couple weeks, about debt and about investing. This week I wanted to talk about a mindset change that needs to happen with your relationship with money. So stick around to the end. We're going to cover a few books that I've read and a few mindset things that you can do to change your relationship with money. Whether you're a spender, whether you're a saver, or whether you're an investor, right? They all have different mindsets, and you can go far with any one of them if you use your money correctly and make it work for you. So let's jump into today's video. If you like what you see, please thumbs up it, hit the like button, and subscribe to this channel. There's a lot of great content that's coming out, and I'm excited to share this with you and also grow myself in understanding investments. But I'm excited to grow even further and hopefully help some of you get out of debt and spend your time where it matters most to you. So let's get started. So like many of you, I grew up, both parents worked really hard for what they had. They invested in their 401ks. They were doing what they needed to do to retire at 65. And so I followed that same mindset and just kept working. And I went to school, and then I got into college and was going to go be a PA, physician assistant, because they made good money. And then I started being a medical assistant and realized, I don't love dealing with sick people every day. I liked helping them, but it was the same kind of monotonous thing every day. I read a book, and a lot of people call it the Purple Bible. If you haven't read it, you need to go read it. It is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I talked about his book, Cashlow Quadrant, in the last video. That's kind of his second book to this one. This helps you realize the mindset that you have. When you get a job, money comes in. Liabilities is money going out. Rent, gas, groceries, anything that's taking money out of your pocket is a liability. Anything bringing money into your pocket is an asset, right? It's very simple. If it's coming into your pocket, it's an asset. If it's going out of your pocket, it's a liability. So one of my friends, he doesn't want to get a dog because they're a liability. Money's going out of their pocket. And that's one thing else that he teaches, is that we need to have a financial intelligence. We need to know where our money's going and where it's coming from. We need to know where we're sitting at. And so I actually recently bought a few of his products. Bought Escape the Rat Race for kids. Learn how money works and become a rich kid. So I was talking about the products that I bought. This is one of them, Cashflow the game. If you like board games, and you want to grow your financial IQ, this is a great game to have. You roll dice, you buy investments, you sell them, and you see how your money works. And he said, the longer it takes you to play this game, the lower your financial IQ is, because you don't understand how to have money work for you versus you just going around the board and saving your money. So let me show you what the financial statement looks like. And everyone should be familiar with their own personal statement. See up here at the top, your profession, right? What do you do, and how much income is coming in every month from, sorry, it's hard to do this backwards, from your salary. Most people, their only source of income is salary. The IRS put out a study, 65% of all millionaires have 3 sources of passive income. That's on top of their regular income, their salary. So they have 3 sources of passive income. What do I mean when I say passive income? Passive income is money that comes into your pocket, whether you're working for it, whether you're asleep, or whether you're on vacation. It's always working for you every month. So if you own a real estate property, that's passive income. If you own a stock that has dividends paying you, that's passive income. If you own a business and you don't go into work every day, but that money is coming into your account, that's passive income. So I need to interject here, talking about businesses and passive income. I've got to put a plug in for a company that I recently invested into. It's called Ritz Wellness Co. I'll put the link in the description below, but they make handmade natural soaps. Great products, stuff that I've used. My wife loves it. Her skin feels better. It's all natural, olive oil, coconut oil, goat's milk, right, and some essential oils. So if you're interested in some natural soaps, please go check these out. An excellent product. It's a relatively new business, so trying to get their name out there, but it's a business that I look forward to helping, and continuing to promote. So that's one source of the passive income that I was talking about. So go check them out. The link's in the description below, and enjoy the rest of the video. That's my goal in 6 years, is to have $5,000 of passive income coming in on top of my regular W-2 job. So just know your personal financial statement, your income, your expenses, what assets do you have, and your liabilities. So for example, when we bought this condo, it's an asset, but it's also a liability because it's worth a certain amount, but we owe a certain amount on it as well. So just simple things like that, understanding that financial statement and becoming financially literate, knowing where your money's going and where it's coming from. So that's the mindset shift 10 times fast. But that's the mindset shift that you have to have, is that money is a tool. I talked about this in my last video. Money can be an effective tool or an ineffective tool. If you're working for your money, it's an ineffective tool. If your money is working for you, you've just now made it an effective tool. There's another book, Dan Isle. I just recorded a video with him. I'm editing it, gonna put it on in the next couple of weeks, but he sent me this, and he sends this book out to all of his clients that he works with, How Money Works. And there's a great quote, because it says, stop being a sucker. And basically what he's saying is poor people are suckers. They go out and buy things that are on sale that they don't necessarily need, but because they're on sale, they're gonna buy them because they're thinking they're getting a good deal. The credit cards that come in the mail saying, hey, if you spend $4,000, we'll give you a $700 credit. Now, that's not a bad deal if you pay off your debt. Okay, that goes back to one of the other videos I talked about, but don't work for your money. Your money is a tool. It should be working for you. You are its master, not the other way around. Just reading through this book, and here's a quote. It says, how the sucker thinks, I worked hard for my money, so I just want to put it away and keep it as safe as possible. Right? Last video we talked about it. If you're keeping your money in a savings account, it's losing value. How the wealthy think, I've worked hard for my money, so now it's going to work for me as hard as possible. You've worked for that money. Make it work for you, not the other way around. So there's this mindset shift. Someone asked me, well, how do I get out of debt and save and have a budget if I like to spend? There's nothing wrong with spending. It just depends on your goals. What do you want to accomplish over the next 30, 40 years? Do you want to be working the rest of your life? Do what others aren't willing to do today so you can live like no one else can later. And that's just it. A lot of people aren't willing to sacrifice 5, 10 years to start investing in their future, in their education, in their finances. So that way down the road, they are not slaves to their money. That's essentially the relationship that we're talking about, is if you work for your money for the rest of your life, you are a slave to your job. You're a slave to your income, because if you don't have your $1,000 emergency fund and 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up, as soon as that's gone and you're done working, you need to go find a job in order to continue to provide. So we don't want this flow of $100 coming in and $100 going out. We want $500 coming in and $100 going out, right? So you've got to save a little bit. So it goes back to a few videos ago. You want 10% going to charity or church, right? I'm strong believer that you need to give back. You need to make sure that you are grateful for what you have. If you are not grateful for what you have, it now becomes a hoarding mentality and a give me. We should be giving to those that also have dreams and aspirations similar to yourself. So that's why I am a strong believer of giving. So I am willing to give of my time to help you figure out where you want to be. My Calendly link is down below. If you want to set up an appointment, let's just talk about investing. If you have questions about how to get into a house or how money works, like I said, there's a lot more educated people out there than myself, but I love talking about this and I love educating myself. So that's the reason I'm doing these videos, is it motivates me to help you and also learn and grow in the same process. Sorry, that was a tangent, but there is someone that I know that is very strict with their money, never goes out to eat, never travels, doesn't buy anything new, never talked about it very much, and then someone else that I know is very loose with their money. So just take a look at your relationship with your money. Are you a hoarder? Are you trying to save it? What are you saving it for? I'm trying to get my wife on here because when we were first married, she wanted to save every penny. There was no eating out. There was none of this. And I'm grateful for that, because we saved $7,000 in the first year of our marriage. The second year, we doubled that, right? We were able to save a lot. But the issue was one day she came home with a $1 t-shirt from Walmart. $1. And she says, I think I need to take it back. I said, honey, it's $1. So there's those extremes. Now, if she were out buying dollar t-shirts every single day, okay, that's an issue. But she rarely ever bought anything for herself. And so that's why it was so comical to me, because it was $1. But the last time that she had spent money was, a month or two prior. She never bought anything for herself because we were saving it. So her relationship with money was not healthy. I'm going to ask her permission before I submit this. But then you've got other people who $1 comes in and $5 goes out. That's not a good way to live. If you don't have the money for it, don't buy it. Analyze your relationship with your money. Are you a spender or are you a saver? And if you are you extreme? Moderation in all things. If you're a spender, that's fine. Just make sure that you're saving some money. If you're a saver, make sure that you spend a little bit on yourself. Make sure you have the things that you need. Don't go without groceries. Don't, just moderation in all things. And then again, make sure that you start learning about investing, because you don't want to be 20 years down the road realizing that you don't have any money for retirement. So I think one of the next videos that we're going to do is, how much money do you need for retirement? How much do you need to retire, and when do you want to do that? And that's actually something that we talked with Dan. So I'm excited to share this with you. If you liked what you saw today, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Let me know that you're interested in this content so that way I can continue to do it. But I hope that you've gotten some value for this. If you want something specific that you want to talk about, put it in the comments. Please let me know what you're thinking about. So I'm excited to continue to share this with you guys. And I hope you have an excellent day, and I will see you next week.